Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video as I don't want to waste too much shop time filming it, as there's many more things I can be doing, one of which I will be discussing in this video. But I wanted to go ahead and make this video mostly for my fellow knife makers as kind of a what not to do when applying handle scales to a blade. And hopefully you guys can learn through my lesson and avoid making this mistake yourselves in your future knives. So real quickly, I'm just going to show you what happened, and then I'll talk about what I'm going to have to do to fix it. And looking here inside these finger grooves, you can see some ugly marks here where the scale meets the blade. And what those are, if you don't know already, is where I had roughed up the scales prior to applying the epoxy and fastening them to the blade itself. And what I normally do with my G10 and micarta scales, or really any scales that I epoxy to my knife handles, I'll typically take a roto tool or a rotary tool such as a Dremel with a grinding wheel and kind of rough the inside areas of the scales up. And what that does is just gives the epoxy a little more surface area to grab onto, a little bit of extra room to flow. And in my opinion, it strengthens the bond between the blade and the scales. And I will rough up the blade itself as well. But unfortunately, as I was roughing up this particular set of scales, I kind of went outside the lines, as you could see. And when I shaped these handles, or these scales, to the final dimensions, you could see some of those channels that I'd cut into the scales for the epoxy. And while this may seem minor to some of you guys, it's something that you can't even see while holding the knife, or really while it's sheathed. That's something I can't let past the bench, as if I'm not happy with it, I don't think the customer will be either. So I'm going to have to take these scales off. Unfortunately, that'll mean drilling these rivets out, knocking the scales off, cleaning up the blade one more time, and then applying a brand new set of scales, which will then of course have to be reshaped basically to what this currently is. And what that also means, though I will try to replicate the scales as close to the originals as I can, I'll probably have to reshape the Cadex sheath that I'd made for it as well. Got a little stray hair there. So unfortunately, that little oversight that I more or less just recently noticed is going to cost me extra materials, extra time, and quite a bit of extra effort to make right. But that's kind of what it's going to have to be, as I won't let any knife past my bench that I myself am not happy with. So take that for what it's worth, guys. Kind of a lesson learned, and for me, even a lesson in humility. Accidents happen, and while fortunately this one can be repaired, unlike the broken blade in my last video, it is going to take, like I said, quite a bit more time, effort, and a little bit more money to fix that. So just a real quick video, guys, as well as an update to my customer. I am working on your knife. I am going to try to get everything glued up, shaped, and finished tonight, and hopefully have this blade done for you by tomorrow. And other than the scales, everything else is coming along great. So we'll go ahead and prepare that for removal, and the next video will be the completed knife, hopefully in perfect condition. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching.